So whether you just got your darts or you're still working on getting your throw down, today I'm going to give you 5 tips that should hopefully get you landing every dart in about 5 minutes. Today I have Jackson with me. He's new to Popdarts. He doesn't have his throw down yet. So we're going to walk him through the 5 steps of learning how to throw and see how quickly he can get it down. So if you follow along in this video, I guarantee you by the end of it, you'll be landing darts more consistently. You ready, Jackson?
Yeah, dog.
Let's get it. Step number 1. So the first step is deciding how far to stand from the target marker. We recommend at least 10 feet, but you can start closer and make it a little easier for you when you're just getting started. All right, Jackson, so we're standing about 8 feet from the target marker. This is a good place to start. So just try to throw some darts. When you're first getting started, you're just gonna wanna get a feel for how they fly through the air, where you're at to start. Some people can just pick it up immediately, but most people you're gonna see they're gonna flip and not land every time. So go ahead. That was close. Okay. So most of you will find when you first start, your darts are flipping through the air and you're gonna have a hard time sticking them. So we're gonna walk Jackson through the rest of the steps and hopefully he'll get them to fly straight. All right, step number 2 is grip. So I noticed Jackson was holding the dart right in the middle, right here. That's what most of you are probably gonna wanna do when you first start, but you're actually gonna wanna hold the dart back behind the knob. That'll make it a lot easier. And you can also go as far back as, all the way back here. Definitely you wanna be behind the middle part. So my main grip is with my thumb and my pointer finger right behind the knob, and then I drape these 2 fingers on just for a little guidance. All right, Jackson, so let's see it. Yeah, right there, right behind the middle part. See if that helps you out. Okay.
It didn't flip.
That's better. There it is. All right, so that second dart there, you saw it flew straight through the air, didn't flip and landed. That's what we want every time. So once you land one like that, remember how that felt and try to repeat it. All right, so Jackson's already starting to land some darts. We're gonna move on to step number 3, which is your stance. All right, so when you're thinking about your stance, you're gonna want your throwing hand foot out in front. You could either be completely turned sideways, like a traditional dart player, or be more casual. This is what I do. Right foot out in front a little bit. And then the next thing you wanna think about is your arm. So you're gonna wanna raise your elbow up to about 90 degrees. I see a lot of people trying to throw down here, and that makes it a lot harder. So if you start high, and then it's just a hinge at the elbow, and then throw, less of like a body throw, that's gonna make it a lot easier. So go ahead and try that. Try to get that elbow up a little higher. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so the darts are still flipping, so we're gonna move on to step number 4 and see if we can help that out. All right, step number 4 is probably the most important and where most people go wrong. Step number 4 is all about your wrist. So you're gonna wanna completely take your wrist out of the throw. It's not a flick, it's more of a glide. So think about throwing a paper airplane. You're not gonna throw it like this and break your wrist. You're gonna glide it so it flies straight, all right? So most people, when they first start, they're throwing it with their wrist, and that's why the dart flips over like that. All right, so this is probably the most important step. Try to take your wrist out of it and just release it before your wrist turns over. So you got your grip, you got your stance, and now what I want you to focus on is your wrist. So take that wrist back like this, and then when you throw and you release, try not to break your wrist. So it's like you're gliding a paper airplane. Okay, that was close. Yeah, they're just turning over a little bit still. So really try to keep that wrist locked. Yep, that's it. There it is, baby. All right, so Jackson's throw is looking really good. Now for the final tip, this is gonna be all about your release. All right, so once you're at a good distance, you got your stance down, you got your grip down, and you take your wrist out of your throw, you should be very close. The last step of the process is your release. So a lot of people wait too long to release the dart, and that's what makes you flip the dart. So if I wait too long, that flip still landed. But if you release a little bit earlier, it's gonna fly straight through the air. Second thing is, you're gonna wanna point the dart a little bit up. So the tip goes up a little bit, and you think about throwing it straight through a wall instead of trying to throw it down at the table, because if you throw down, it's gonna flip. All right, so you think about throwing it straight through a wall, and gravity is just gonna take it, and it's gonna land. Just like that. So that's the 5 steps to throwing. After that, you're just gonna wanna practice and get as consistent as possible with your darts flying straight through the air and landing every time. So Jackson, take it away. Nice. Yep. Just like that, baby. Took about 5 minutes. So hopefully this helped you guys. I know it helped Jackson. I promise you guys, just keep practicing, rewatch the video. You'll get it down, I guarantee it. And then once you get your throw down, then the fun starts. Then you can start being competitive, start playing your buddies. See what you got, dude. You can go first.
All right, all right.
Oh. Bang, there it is. Jackson, that throw looks money.
Yeah, it does actually. Dude, it helps a lot.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.